So if you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you are looking to land your first client. And look, I've been there. I know exactly that feeling. So I decided it would be cool to record a video as someone who's been in the space for the last 5 years, record a video on exactly how I would go about to land my first client. Everything that I'm going to do from step A all the way to step Z. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this training as to how I would get my first client if I was a complete newbie. So as mentioned, what I'm going to do in this video is show you, as someone who's been in the agency space for 5 years, how I would go ahead and close my first client if I have no experience and no case studies. So we'll go ahead and dive right into this video. Make sure you watch it till the end, because I think this is going to be one of the most beneficial videos that you will find if you're someone that is just starting out, or if you're someone that have started but have yet to close your first client. So as a video preface, I want to go ahead and mention a couple of things. As I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and approach this video as if I'm a complete beginner who doesn't have any case studies and is just starting out with SMA. And this document includes all the reference that I'm going to go ahead and mention in this video. So this document is going to be linked down below in the description. So please feel free to access it, because there's going to be a bunch of resources that I'm going to mention in this video, and it's all going to be inside this document. Furthermore, everything that we cover in this video, guys, we have created an entire course with videos covering every topic and more, including every single downloadable material that I personally use at the agency in our free school community, linked right here. So join that for detailed training. Again, downloadable materials, as well as weekly Q&A calls with myself, where you can ask me any questions that you may have along your agency journey, absolutely free. So please do click the link and go ahead and join that, again, for the courses, for the downloadable material, as well as Q&A calls. This is stuff that people charge, thousands of dollars for. I'm giving it to you guys completely for free. All right. And then one last thing I do want to mention is that, look, you guys, if you are just starting out, you have time on your hand, right? Meaning that you have to put in the work. Okay, getting your first client, honestly, is going to be the hardest client that you're going to close. But after you get your first client, your second client, it only gets easier from there, assuming that you follow the right systems and processes, right? But getting your first client is going to be the hardest, so don't feel discouraged. I know myself, when I started, I was really discouraged before I was able to close my first client. So keep chipping away at it. Once you close your first client, it only gets easier from there if you follow the right procedures. So first thing that I would do to close my first client without any experience is I would go ahead and make sure that I do some niche research, okay? And that is going to be finding the right niche using a specific protocol, okay? Now, instead of making this video 5 hours long, because literally I can sit here and talk about it for 5 hours, I'm gonna make it very simple for you guys. So each topic that I'm gonna cover, there's actually a YouTube video for it. So for example, right here, how to do the actual research. I don't want to sit here and talk to you guys about how to do the research. Rather, I'm going to refer you again to this video where I literally created a whole video going over the 3-step framework on how to exactly find your niche. So that would be the first thing I would do, is actually find the right niche, okay? Because real estate for one person might be good for them, but not good for you. E-com might be good for someone, might not be good for you. Med spas might be good for you, but not good for the other person. You have to follow a specific protocol to find the niche that works best for you. And this video right here covers it all. So again, it's going to be linked down here. But to give you guys an overview of what this video is about and exactly how to go ahead and find the right niche, I'll give you guys, kind of an overview of it. And basically in this video right here, the protocol that I recommend to follow to find the right niche that works for you is to leverage different advantages and or knowledges that you have over other agency owners to find the right niche. So I'll give you guys my example on how I use my own advice right here, which is leveraging the knowledge and advantage that I have. So when I started my paid ads agency about 3 years ago, I got into e-com, right? And instead of just, going into any niche, I focused on the knowledge and the advantages that I have. So for those of you guys that don't know, I am an Arab Muslim. Okay, so I was thinking, okay, I want to go after fashion brands because I had a dropshipping store in the past that I was able to scale to $20,000 a month. So let me go after fashion brands. And instead of going after every single fashion brand, I focused specifically on Muslim/Arab-owned fashion brands. Now, why did I do that? I did that because of 2 things. As I mentioned here, it's an advantage and knowledge that I have. So when I was pitching prospects, okay, that are in the fashion brand, this is an advantage that I had over other agency owners, because these prospects are Arab and Muslim. So when I was pitching them, automatically I was able to build rapport, okay? Because we speak the same language, we share the same values, we have the same beliefs, and that right there is an advantage that myself has over, let's say, Tommy living in Virginia or Michael living in New York, because I was pitching prospects that literally have the same beliefs, have the same interests, and have the same values as myself, let alone speak the same language, okay? So that's the first part, is the advantage. I found the advantage that I had. Now, the knowledge was the fact that I have, ran ads for my own personal brand that I was doing drop shipping for. Okay, we were literally selling clothing for Muslim women, Muslim/Arab women. They're called abayat, so it's like a long gown. So that right there was an advantage because I was able to relay that message to the prospects that I'm pitching and say, look, I did this for my own personal brand while I'm drop shipping it. So imagine doing it for an established brand like yourself. Okay, guys, so this video right here breaks down how to use this framework of advantages and knowledge that you have to find the right niche for you. Because anyone that tells you, go into this niche or go into that niche, you can't just go into a niche blindly. You have to have a reason for everything that you're doing. Okay, I should be able to ask you, why are you in this niche? And you should be able to give me a 1 or 2 sentence answer. Just like the example I gave you as to why I started with Arab/Muslim fashion brands, right? And this allowed me to, build rapport and to close clients much faster other than, going into a niche just for the sake of going into that niche. So that'd be the first thing, is researching the niche. This is what I would do if I was starting all over again. I would do my due diligence and research the right niche, okay? So again, watch this video to find your right niche. Now, the second thing, step 2, what I would do once I found the right niche is find a minimum 100 clients to reach out to, okay? And I would do this every single day. Every single day, I would find minimum 100 prospects to reach out to. And then, you'll see step 3 is actually reaching out to these prospects. But step 2 is finding minimum 100 prospects to reach out to. Now, there's many ways that you can find potential prospects, okay? And as I mentioned, we're not going to cover everything in this video because if I do, it's literally going to take 5 hours long. So what I'll do is I'll actually redirect you to this video that I recorded on exactly how to find e-commerce clients for your agency. Now, if you're going after local, I have a separate video on exactly how to do the same thing for local. Nevertheless, the point is I would find a bunch of prospects that I can reach out to, and then I would reach out to them. But the first thing is finding a bunch. Honestly, I would even recommend 1,000. And as you guys will see once you watch this video, the methods that we teach you, you can easily find 500 prospects within 1 hour, or even there's a strategy that I share on the channel. I recommend you actually watch it. It's how to find 5,000 leads using Hunter.io. So literally, guys, within 10 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, you can find 5,000 leads using Hunter.io completely free. So that would be the second thing I would do, is I would actually find a bunch of prospects that I can go ahead and reach out to. Now, to give you guys an overview as to what this video in particular is, and also what the other videos are, there are 5 ways that I've shared on this channel on how to find leads and scrape them at scale. For this video, we will do 2 methods. So there's 5 videos on exactly how to find leads. This video in particular that I linked here talks about the IG algorithm, which is how to basically find a brand within your niche, and then how to actually find other brands similar to that brand, right? So there's an IG feature. It's called the suggested feature. You guys probably have heard of it, which you find one brand, and then from there, Instagram recommends you at least 100 other brands. So that's the first method that we share in this video. And then the second method is using Google Shopify method, which is basically searching on Google brands that are using Shopify as their CMS. And if they're using Shopify, they're most likely an e-commerce store. So that's that second strategy. But what I'm actually going to link, by the time you guys watch this video, I'm going to link all the other videos here. That way you can, if you don't want to do these 2 methods, you can go ahead and look at the method that we share, such as Hunter.io, where you're able to scrape 5,000 leads in a matter of, literally 5 to 10 minutes. All right. So that's step number 2, is I would find a bunch of prospects that I can go ahead and start reaching out to, which leads us to step number 3, which is start prospecting. Everything here that I'm sharing with you, all these steps are important, but this is one of the most important steps, because when you are starting out, you don't have a client, so you're not doing any service delivery. So literally 90% of your time should be spent on prospecting. So once we have a niche to go after and we've identified, let's make this actually 1,000 as opposed to 100 prospects, now it's time to actually outreach to them. For the outreach protocol, we will follow one method of prospecting for anyone who's just starting with SMMA. And again, there's a full video breakdown right here. And this method, guys, is basically Loom outreach, okay? For the first 2 years of running my paid ads agency, I didn't do no other method other than this method right here. Right now, we basically, do other methods for the agency, but we also have another business where we come into your business, build out your entire outreach infrastructure, as well as your service delivery. And with the outreach infrastructure, we leverage Loom, we leverage email, as well as Instagram and Facebook DMs. So right now we're doing a bunch of other outreach methods because, we've scaled. But if you're just starting out, this is the best method that I would recommend to you, because, you don't have nothing to show for, right? You don't have no results. You don't have no past experience. And this method is the best method because, as you guys will see in this 46-minute video that I recorded, I break down exactly how to do this, even if you don't have any results or any past client in the past. And you're going to do that by leveraging competitors' ads, okay? And it's really hard to do that when you are doing it via DM or email. I recommend you do Loom because this is the perfect strategy for, again, if you're just starting out and you have nothing to show for. So that's this Loom video. It's going to be linked here. Now, to give you guys an overview of what this video covers, we'll go ahead and go over it. So because you don't have any case studies or past clients to reference, we will leverage, again, our competitors' ads, competitors who are running ads. So let's say you're working with a brand that sells, maybe hats like this. You're going to leverage other brands that are running ads similar to the prospect that you're outreaching to. And again, the process is basically finding brands running ads. You're going to reverse engineer exactly what they're doing and show the prospect that you're pitching what their competitors are doing and how they can be doing the same with your help. Okay. And then basically you're going to add a outbound link to the calendar where they can click that link and go ahead and schedule a call. So this is the best method, guys. Obviously, there's much more like offering free trials and all this, but this is the best actual outreach method if you are just starting out. And this is honestly what I would do if I was just starting out. No case studies, no nothing. So again, this video is going to be linked down here. So make sure you do check that out, which will give you a breakdown of the best outreach method that you can go ahead and adapt if you're someone that's just starting out, or even quite frankly, even once you scale. Okay, so that's step number 3, is starting to prospect. Now, hey, real quick, I hope you're enjoying that video. I just want to take a second to go ahead and invite you to join our free school community. As a member of our free school community, you not will only get access to in-depth free training courses, but you're also going to be in a community of agency owners and get access to all the downloadable material that I personally use at the agency. Furthermore, we have weekly Q&A calls where you can hop on a call with me and ask me any questions you may have. So go ahead, join that by clicking the link in the description. But with that said, let's get back to the video. Step number 4 is sending out our first email. Okay, so now that we've recorded a minimum of 15 to 30 looms, it's time to send out these videos following a tried and trusted protocol that ensures the highest possible possibility of click-through rate and watch-through rate. So in this video, what I mentioned in this video is that you actually should do things in bulk. So first of all, you find 1,000 plus leads, and then you go ahead and pitch those leads. Okay, so what we're saying here is now that you've recorded, at least 50 to 30 looms a day, and you're going to send these looms out, before you do so, you have to ensure that people are going to click through and watch the video. All right. So how do we ensure the click-through rate and the watch rate? Well, there's a couple of things that you can do, and I explain it actually in this video. All right, but we'll go over it here. What I would do is, using the following email copy and subject line, we will go ahead and send each outreach video to the respective prospect. So here's what we'll do. The first one is we're going to make sure that the loom video is titled properly. And again, in the video right here, we show you exactly how to title it, but I'll go ahead and cover it here. What I like to do, guys, to get people to actually click through, okay, the loom video. So the loom video, what I title it is something like, I recorded a video about your brand. Okay, so this could be the actual loom video title or the actual email copy. Email subject line, so that when you look at your email and you see who it's from and what the subject line is, it says, I recorded a video about your brand. When people see that, they're automatically curious and they're like, who the heck is this guy, and what is this video that they recorded about my brand? So they're automatically inclined to actually click through. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, we make sure that the thumbnail is visible. So what I like to do is making sure that when I start the video like this loom video that I'm recording, right before I start it, I make sure that the screen that I'm on is the prospect's actual website. If they don't have a website, then we make sure it's their Instagram. But 99% of the time they have a website. So we make sure it's their website, because now they click through, right? They click through the email and they open the email, and now they see, the video, but they haven't clicked to watch it. But then once they see the video, they're going to see the thumbnail, and it's going to show their website. So automatically they're like, oh shit, this guy really recorded a video about my site. I see it's my site. I recognize it. And then they're going to be inclined to actually click through to the video. All right, guys, these are the little things that, you don't think about, but make a huge difference. So make sure that the thumbnail is actually optimized. Next is making sure that the subject line is optimized for click-through rate. So these are actually the first things that you do. I kind of, mix match them, but the subject line is optimizing it for click-through rate. So again, what I would title it is, I recorded a video about your brand. And then that, again, will basically get people inclined to click the video, because they're like, who is this guy and what is this video that they recorded? And then the subject, the email copy, we optimize it for watch through rate. And again, guys, I explain all of this in here, including the actual script. So please do refer to this. But step number 4, as we just went over, is ensuring that we follow tried and tested protocol that I've tested for 5 years. First 2 years with an SEO agency, last 3 years with a paid ads agency. And those protocols is basically, the objective is to ensure that we get a click-through rate and a high watch rate. Okay, so this is step 4. Okay, and that's what I would do, sending out the first emails. Now, step 5 is the follow-up. And again, in this video, this covers it all, the first email as well as the follow-up. But step 5 is, I would make sure that I follow up. So the money is in the follow-up. For prospects who don't reply back to us, we want to make sure that we follow up with them minimum 4 times. Guys, I will tell you right now, 80% or more of the prospects that I've closed that are became clients of ours have been prospects that I followed up with the second, third, or even the 4th time. Okay, you're not going to send the first email or send the first video or the first DM, in this case the first loom outreach, and get a reply right away. You have to follow up. Okay, because these business owners are busy, and if you're not following up, if you're not persistent, you're literally leaving money on the table. Because like I said, 80% of the prospects that I've had, of the prospects turned customers, have been people that I followed up with more than once. Okay, so definitely make sure you follow up minimum 3 to 4 times. And again, as we said, this video right here goes over all of that, the follow-up process, as well as the actual scripts. So that's what I would do, guys. Okay, these are the overview of how I would get my first client. Okay, I would go rinse and repeat this process over and over again. Okay, I can guarantee you that if you send 100, maybe 200, maybe 300, you're going to land your first client. The problem with most people is that they actually go ahead and send out 20 videos and then quit, or they send out 100 videos, but they don't follow all of these little things that I'm mentioning here. right? All of these little things make a huge difference. The email subject line, the thumbnail, right? The actual niche research, figuring out your advantage as well as knowledge that you have. All these things make a huge difference. And I can guarantee you that if you do all these things that I mentioned, these 5 steps that I mentioned, and be persistent, you're going to go ahead and close your first client, okay? Now, I'm not going to end there because I want to go ahead and talk about some bonus materials, right? Because again, you know, if I go over everything in this video literally can be like 4 hours long. So what I would recommend you do is check out some of these bonus materials. So over here is onboarding clients. So watch this detailed video going over exactly how we would onboard a client once they have agreed to work with us. So now that I have a client that wants to work with me, this is exactly how I would go ahead and onboard them. And again, we recorded a 16-minute video showing you guys the exact onboarding process that I would do with my clients. And this is so important, guys, because the onboarding process is going to be the first impression that your prospect is going to have of you, or excuse me, your client is going to have of you now that they've paid you. And around this time, you know, the client is usually very emotional. So you want to make sure that this process is very seamless because they just paid you thousands of dollars and, you know, they're going to have buyer's remorse. So you want to make sure that this process is seamless. In this video, we cover exactly how to make this process very smooth and make it a process that is literally under 30 minutes. Within one email, you're going to get everything that you need to actually onboard your prospects to your agency. The next video I would recommend is watching this video right here, which goes over the exact contract. Very simple yet effective contract. And the reason, guys, you want to have a simple contract is because, you know, people don't like lengthy contracts with jargon that doesn't make sense. Okay, the reason we use this contract, and it's very simple, I've still had clients that are like, what does this mean and what does this mean? You want to make this as frictionless as possible to get the client to sign with you. So this contract in particular, honestly, like, I think, you know, even a 12-year-old would be able to understand this contract and understand everything that's in this contract. So this contract goes over the exact template, and we've been using this for 3 years now. Once you watch this video, guys, this, 20-minute video, and you understand the contract, you're good for the next year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years. Because essentially, once you understand the context of the contract, it's going to be the same. The only difference for every client is that you're going to swap out the amount if it's different, obviously the client's name and then your name. So once you understand this contract, you're going to be set for, you know, years. Again, we've been using the same contract for literally 3 years. The only things that we change is the services that we're offering, depending on what the client wants, as well as the actual amount and the client name. Okay. And then this video right here talks about how to hire contractors. So I would recommend you guys watch this video to understand exactly how to deliver the services and basically take yourself out of the business, right? Focus on sales and SOPs and hire the right contractors in place to actually do this. So, you know, we went ahead and recorded this video. I think, yeah, it's a 30-minute video. And this video in particular, it goes over the 3 places to look to find contractors. Some of these places, a lot of SMA guys, they don't want to tell you these places, you know, but I share everything with you in this video. We go over exactly how to vet these contractors. So the exact message that you send them, the exact questionnaires, and exactly how to onboard them. I give you guys all the documents in this video. And then we go over how to onboard them to your agency, how to add them to your ecosystem now that they're employee or contractor. And then we also go over how much to pay them. So I recommend, you'll see in this video, hiring from you know, places like the Philippines or India or Bangladesh, because oftentimes you're going to find the same service or even better than a first world country like the US, Canada, or UK. But the only difference is that the cost is going to be very, very much cheaper for us living in the US, Canada, or UK, as opposed to hiring someone from our own country. So this video goes over exactly how to take yourself out of the business and put contractors in your business. I give you guys all the secrets in here, but if you don't want to go through all of that and you want us to handle the service delivery for you by finding and putting the best people in your business, then we can do that for you as well. But nonetheless, this video goes over that. And then lastly, guys, this is so important. This is a lifesaver because remember we talked about how the perfect outreach method, which is how to actually send the Loom video to your prospects. Well, this video right here is going to go over how to automate this process, because you will see the Loom video it's a 10 to 15-minute video. So, you know, in one day, you know, in maybe 3 hours, how much are you going to record? Like 10 to 20, maybe 30, will take you 3-4 hours or so. Well, in this video, we show you exactly how to automate it to a point where you can send 200 Loom videos a day and it'll only take you about 3 hours. And the reason we're able to do that is because we automate the process to where we have an evergreen video and then we're just recording an intro, which is 1 minute long. So if it takes you 1 minute to record one video, you know, in 3 hours, that's 60, 120, 180, yeah, almost 200 in 1 hour, you know, but obviously it will probably take you 2 hours for 200. So literally this video will show you how to record Loom videos at scale. And as you guys know, when you're starting out, you got to do a bunch of volume, right? It's a numbers game when you're starting out. So you got to do volume in order to go ahead and close your first client. So this video goes over all of that. And again, included in this video is the exact script that you should follow. Okay. So with that, guys, this is exactly what I would do to go ahead and land my first client if I was someone that doesn't have any experience or any past results. Highly recommend that you click the video, click the link below and get access to this document, which has all these video references. On top of that, guys, again, we have a entire course going over this entire course. And again, we have an entire course going over how to start and scale a SMA agency from 0 to 10K in the next 90 days. And to get access to that, join our free community. Again, we have courses there. We have downloadable material. And then we also have Q&A calls where you can get on a call with me every week, ask me your questions, and get an answer on the spot. And, if you are someone that has the funds and you really want us to help you scale your business, then what I would recommend you is click the first or second link in the description, schedule a call with us where we're going to go ahead and talk about how we can build out your entire service delivery team, whether that be a media buyer, video editor, graphic designer, as well as your outreach infrastructure, guys. That way you never have to worry about outreach again. And we do that by finding, vetting, and hiring and inputting in your business trained VAs that will do the outreach on your behalf, where they can book you anywhere between 30 to 50 calls a month. So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description. Nonetheless, check out all these other videos on the channel, join our community, because again, I'm giving you guys everything for free. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.